Good evening from yammybtv. Wishing you all well today. Sending loads of love as usual. Sorry about the nighttime thing again. I might be up with a bedtime story as well because I seem to be becoming more alive at night these days due to the heavy medication that I've been on since the recent results of the scan. And I haven't gone into it in depth with you yet, but obviously there's a few ongoing problems with my spinal condition. Now, I've come up to do this video and it is about Shaun Atwood. Now, over the last weeks and months, I've been inundated with messages, private messages, and comments underneath videos about me and Shaun Atwood's relationship. One of the many questions that keep being asked is that did you close down or stop my first ever YouTube channel, It Is What It Is TV? No. You never played no part ever. I know you'll clarify this to put everybody put it to bed. The YouTube channel that I first had with a family member, some kind of family member. Sadly, we parted company over differences of opinions and things like that, which happens in life. And he went his way, I went my way, and I started my own YouTube channel. Now, you did not play no part in opening It Is What It Is TV. You played no part in the content going up there. You actually played no part in anything to do with it whatsoever. Is that fair to say? Yes. So that channel did not belong to you, did it? No, it didn't. Right, that's so we clarify that. The second thing that everybody keeps asking, that they keep asking, like, because I don't keep things from my viewers or my audience. They ask me, don't like the same person or certain persons asking me the same thing all the time because it makes them wonder and think that I might be hiding things. But no, Uncle Yammy doesn't believe in hiding things. We know that I am the worst one for not hiding things. We know I like to let everything out, so much so that it gets me into trouble sometimes. The book deal went like this. I sent you the book. You asked me to do 2 chapters. I did it by voiceover, but I did it by voiceover note, by voice note. But the only thing was, I got the first 2 chapters, which was the sensitive material of the sad stuff that happened to me when I was a little boy. Right. You didn't get back to me on the email or my, co-partner at the time. So for 5 months, we were left wondering if you even cared about the book anymore. Right. So that was that. You never got back to us. I put up a video. Now, everybody's asking about this video that I put up last year where I was ranting and raving and calling you all kind of names, which I had to apologize to you about because some of the language I used that day was pretty horrendous and undeserving, unfounded and unwarranted. Now, I never ever wanted to talk to you again after that. The first thing over the book, we have a mutual friend in Uncle Steve. And Steve said to me, Sammy, I wasn't answering your calls, remember, Shaun? Remember that. Steve said to me, please, Yammy, I beg you, can you take it down? For Steve, I took it down. In the end, I was glad he asked me. I was glad to take it down because I realised that I was being very, very rude. And I thought that it was uncalled for. And I'm glad I took it down now. We rightly met. I didn't want to meet you at first. You know that I never. For another party, he wanted us to meet so that we could sort things out and get it, because of putting that video up, we needed to have some clarification about why I was feeling so upset about things. So we did meet and we couldn't find nowhere to eat. So we sat by a car and we talked in front of somebody else, right? Now, you apologized what you did about what you feel you did wrong about the book. It was this wild man again. He was going for a tough time. You weren't answering a lot of emails, blah, 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 blah. Apology accepted. I said, yeah, thank you. All right, leave it like that. And said, all right, I'll go my own way. No, Yammy. You said to me, Yam, look, can we still be friends? You're a good man. We've got a good relationship. We had a good interview. You wasn't my first ever interview, Shaun. I did an interview before I came to you with somebody else that I did. I'm not going to go into that one too much either. But it's fair to say the interview with you, a 4-hour one, was quite a good one. And to say that I didn't really, at first I didn't, you know, it felt like I was sitting in front of this, at the time, I said I felt like I was sitting in front of the prison governor because I'm so institutionalized. I was just, it felt like I was just, you know what I mean anyway. We knew that we had a little joke about it all anyway. But what I'm trying to say is the interview went really, really well, really, considering it was so long, right? So that was that. But the reason why they keep saying, they're asking, they want to know why I don't talk to you. You went on a show the other day, someone asked you the question, they said to you, why, how come, what's happened to Yammy? You and Yammy used to be close, you don't talk no more, blah, 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 blah. You turned around and you said, I don't know why Yammy, one day he just stopped talking to me and he blanks me. Right. First of all, sorry about being a slurper again. Got to get these things off your chest sometimes. You know I don't hide things from none of you. I've been to your house twice, right? For different reasons. I even witnessed the famous, when everything started to go a bit tits up for you, when the Daddygate thing started, I happened to be there one night while you was in deep conversation with her. Is that fair to say as well? Yes, it is. Did I even have a chat with her at the same time? Yes, I did. Somehow I ended up being involved in a conversation during that time. I couldn't understand the whole Daddygate thing because it seemed to me at the time, while all this stuff was going on, it felt to me that you and the sad figure of Callie, really, let's have it straight, seemed to be best friends. Seemed to be everything that I seem to have heard about you and Callie didn't ring right to me. So I had to make up my own mind, and I thought it would have to be a whole lot of shit, because the conversation that was taking place with you and Callie had no mentioning of any arguments or anything that was going wrong, and all the headlines that were coming up. I couldn't believe what I was listening to, because it felt like that there hadn't been any kind of incidents between the two of you that had ever taken place. So whether that's a good thing for you or a bad thing for you, I'll leave that for the viewers. But I'm just saying what happened that night, and Quincy was there that night as well, just to let everybody know, right? So whether he remembers or not, I don't know. Whether he remembers the conversation, whether he listened to it, I don't know. But I remember that I was there, and I did have a few words with her as well, all right? So now the other question is, why have I stopped talking to you? Now, I came out, I've been in institutions, like you know, for most of my life, Shaun. I was a bit green to social media and outside life, fair to say, right? I was getting fooled a lot everywhere I was going. People were pulling moves on me everywhere I was going. I didn't understand some of the stuff that was coming up on social media. People were coming into me and asking me all kind of questions, especially when I was on the bad run, when I was deeply and heavily into drugs, especially after I got homeless and left my mum, where I got my marching orders from my missus, my ex-missus, and I ended up in a bad way. And it is also fair to say that you did help me during that stage a little bit. You did. That can't be denied either. So you were there for me at that time in bits and bobs. So that I would have to admit to that as well. The reason why I stopped talking to you, Shaun, was because I didn't want to be involved in any scandals. I don't get involved in scandals of this kind of nature. I try to stay away from this kind of stuff. I did not say that you did it or you was guilty of some of the things people are saying about you, because whether I've got egg on my face or whether I'm not playing judge and jury here, but I just don't see you as a man as being some of the names that are being called to you, I think are grossly unfair. I don't think that you're a paedophile. I don't think you're a nonce. I don't think you're any of the things that they're calling you. I've told many people this, but there were times during this time when, especially when I was out my head, where I was slagging you off as well. And during that time, when you're not yourself, when you're on drugs and you hate the world and you're not really in touch with reality, it's fair to say that I was calling you names behind your back. And I was calling you names on voice notes, which people were playing to you, playing back and forth. I even made peace. You even got me to be peacemaker, try and be peacemaker with one geezer, which I sorted out, and I thought I did a good thing by doing it, because I thought it'd be a good thing to stop, you know, a bit of trouble. You know, old behaviour, like we do in the Cat A's, like we do everywhere, you know, Yammy, middleman. If we can prevent you two from fighting or falling out, you know, do a good thing and step in and try and make you both friends again. It seemed to work out, rightly so. So I was happy about that. You also asked me to try and make peace and be a second party in asking somebody else to come down to answer something that you was asking me to ask him, which I said to you I didn't want to ask him, and he came back in the exact way that I knew that he would, and he would start ranting and raving, calling people names, and I was right about that, and it didn't work out. This has never come out, and I left it as that. So I tried that part for you as well. I tried to even squash that beef. Tried not like I'm the main beef squasher, like it's anything to do with me, which it really isn't. I didn't really want to get involved in that side of things because it's only going to make the other person think that I'm working for you or I'm trying to pull a trick for you or whatever. You know, people are going to get all kind of funny kind of thoughts if I'm going to be asking them questions on behalf of you. It's almost like being a second messenger. The person that what do they call it when you're don't shoot the messenger, shoot the messenger, or not the other way around. You know what they say about it? Not the one who sends the messenger, but shoot the one that sends the messenger and not the messenger, or the other way around, if I can remember. Right? So I did that. Shaun, I tried for you for that. I tried to get all that sorted. I tried to do the best I can. And I wasn't in my best frame of mind back then. And you know, this was quite a while back now, going back now. So, standing up today, I still don't talk to you. I don't talk to you. You went on the show and said, Yammy just absolutely blanks me, has nothing to do with me. It is not because of the book. It is not because people are saying you were part of my channel, Shaun. It's because I don't want to be involved in any kind of negative scandals around this kind of behaviour. Alleged. I don't believe that you are a sex offender, right? I've told many, many people that. I don't believe that you're a paedophile. I don't believe that you're a, whatever way you want to put it, what a sex offender is defined in many, many ways. It's all the same thing to me, if you get what I mean. If you're exploiting vulnerability in any kind of way, I would want to keep my distance very, very far from these things happening. So I wasn't playing judge and jury to anything. I wasn't finding you guilty before you sit today I made a video about people being convicted and then being found not guilty. 1 second again, sorry. All this drinking water does my head in. All this, what I've learned from social media since I've been out, is like, you get found guilty before you've even been on trial. Before there's any evident proper facts or evidence contrary to what's being said. And some of the stuff that's been said about you, I have seen with my own eyes, paperwork from you that contradicts things that are being said. So I've got to agree with you on some things about it, Shaun. I do. I feel it for you on a few things, because I know that it could be humanly impossible for some of those things to be true, because I've read them with my own eyes in black and white. Right? It's not for me to reveal what I know about it. I hardly, you know, for me, it's not a part of my, I don't go to bed thinking that, you know, is Shaun guilty of this, or did it happen this way? Is it possible? Could it be that way? I really, really couldn't give two hoots unless you was found guilty. If you was found guilty, then I wouldn't even be up here talking about you. But you made that comment the other day, and I felt the need to respond. But I'd like to say to you that I apologise for some of the things I said in those voice notes to people. I thought it was very rude of me, Shaun, to be honest. I think you deserve better treatment than that from me with the wording of that. As far as I know, you haven't done anything bad to me. I'm hearing through the grapevine, though, that you have come out with a few things behind the scenes, but a lot of the time, a lot of people say that you love me and that you think I'm a good man and that kind of stuff. There are shit stirrers out there. We know that. I have to say, Shaun, I'm in my defense, I have been poisoned quite a bit since I've been out. And that's not just with you, that's with other people as well, where I was a bit green. Like I said, I wasn't used to outside life. I wasn't used to people. It was more like the landing for me where people tell me things and I think, oh, could it be true? You know, like really naive, really silly, without getting all the facts first in that kind of way. And that's how I'm seeing it. So I apologize for those voice notes, and you know, I know some of them could have been hurtful for you, but I can clarify today that some of the things I said hold no foundation and hold any part of any guilt towards you in anything that I might have said. All right, that's the best that I can do with all this. Regarding talking to you and being friends, it hardly matters, Shaun, to me. I don't wish you no bad feeling whatsoever. You've never done nothing bad to me in your whole life. I've got no reason to hate you. I've got no reason to be running around scandling you. I listen to conversations about you. I might listen, I might get involved a little bit in the topic, in the conversation. You know, the story's getting a bit old now and a bit dead, really. You know, not saying underestimating or, you know, belittling the Daddy Gate thing. You know, but I saw different things that day when I was at your house regarding Callie that made me think Daddy Gate might have been all a jumped up bit of, but there are some things that there has to be said have some light of truth in it as well. But still, do I know the absolute truth? No, I wasn't there. So I can't make any judgment, and it's not for me to make a judgment, Shaun. So, like I said, I apologise for some of those voice notes, and I say today that I wish you all the best, and I hope everything works out for you. I know you've been going through a trying time for quite some time, up until recently even, I'm hearing. I don't watch a lot of stuff from no one, not just you, so I'm not really up to date with everything. I just get little snippets here and there from what people send me. But for you, yourself, I hold no bad feeling for whatsoever. All right, my man? I wish you a peaceful life. I wish the best for you. As far as I'm concerned, you haven't been convicted on anything that's been said. Really, you haven't been brought before the courts even. So I don't know. I don't know what everybody, how far it's going to go, whether there is going to be some big conclusion where there's a court case like Epstein, like blah, 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 like you end up with 1,000 big charges of allegations that go back hundreds and hundreds of years. I very much doubt it, to be honest. So answering all the questions, no, I do not talk to Shaun Atwood, because people keep asking me, and I haven't talked to Shaun Atwood. Sorry, Shaun, talking to you as well. I haven't spoken to you since, let me think, last year, May. Last year, May? April? That's got to be well over a year ago. So where people are getting, I spoke to you 4 weeks ago, I spoke to you 6 weeks ago, I spoke to you at Christmas, that we had dinner down at blah, 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 and all that kind of stuff, and that I'm up your arse, and that me and you are best buddies, and we work together behind the scenes and all that. Clarify, Shaun, please, that I haven't spoken one word to you since last year, about a year ago now. All right, so that's all I can say this evening. I wish you all the best, and I apologise for my part in certain things, and I believe that I could have got a few things wrong, Shaun. And even if I didn't, or even if I did, it's still not my say it matters. It shouldn't have nothing to do with me. It's not my business. It's for you to sort your stuff out. And, you know, in the end, what shall be in the dark shall come out in the light. So, you know, when you haven't done nothing wrong, I notice since I've been crime free, I don't have to look over my shoulder no more. I don't have to have no concerns over nothing in my life, because I know that I haven't done nothing wrong, Shaun. This is how I live my life now. So for the first time, I'm an absolute peace. I don't have to worry about knocks coming on my door because I haven't done anything wrong to anyone. Not as far as I know anyway. But this social media thing is a very, very, very serious subject. And I'm realising now. So any offences or anything that you might feel that I might have let you down on badly, or I might have been poisoned where I should have known better, I could agree half partially and half partially. But at the time, I didn't really know much better. So it's not so much an apology this tonight. This is more of a clarifying and letting my viewers know that I am not in contact with you, and these were the real facts and the reasons why we stopped talking. Okay, is that fair enough? Have you got an answer to it? If you have, let me know. All right, I wish you all the best.